Hi everyone, this is me again, Teacher Noy, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all of you who are always supporting Teacher Noy. And today I'm going to share with you a new video in which it will help you a lot into your US visa preparation. And when I'm saying that this is a very helpful video, and it's because it has a connection with a video that I have shared with you last week, and it was about the effective practices that you can do in preparing for your US visa interview. So, what are you waiting for? Watch this video so that I will be able to help you and share with you the things that you can do so that you will have a better preparation and a guarantee of getting your US visa in the future. Of course, I hope that you are going to listen carefully, and if there are important information that you have to write it down, please be prepared to write down this information, because these are the things which are helpful into your getting that US visa. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump now to the video. So what am I telling you? Last time, I posted this video wherein I told you the 4 effective practices that you can do in order for you to be prepared in getting your US visa. 4 na practices which are easy and helpful. But some of you were having difficulty, so I decided that I am going to make a video in order for you to know how you are going to do these practices. And in this video, ang aking prepare po ay kung paano nyo gagamitin ang AI, Artificial Intelligence, into your preparation. Madali lang po ito, and we all know that artificial intelligence is a hot topic, a controversial one, especially in the Philippines right now, because its emergence, dahil ang pag-usbong nito, ang pag-usbong ng AI had been a topic of whether it will be accepted or not in the Philippines. But we cannot change the fact that artificial intelligence is already there, and we have to really use that into our advantage. The technology is being created and innovated or improved or upgraded from time to time for our convenience. Yun naman po ang purpose ng technology, bakit meron tayo ng teknolohiya. And why not use that in our preparation? Diba? Can you imagine that you are not just using artificial intelligence into data analysis or even using artificial intelligence in your studies or education, but also for your preparation into acing that interview in getting your US visa? I've been telling you this one because I want to teach you how to use this. A lot of you are not familiar of using AI, but it's very easy. Okay, so please watch this step-by-step tutorial on how you will be able to use artificial intelligence into your US visa preparation. The first thing that you need to know and learn is when you are going to use AI for your preparation. Okay, so paano nyo ba gagamitin ang AI or artificial intelligence into your preparation? Napakadali lang po. You can use that for you to be able to generate questions, assessment, or even possible answers that the US consul may be able to ask you during your US visa interview. Again, I told you many times that the interview of the US consul, they have important questions that they are going to ask. It means, ito po yung mga question na tatanungin po sa lahat ng nag-a-apply ng US visa. So there are important questions that they're going to ask in order for them to prove your intent of going to the United States and your financial capacity of going to the United States. They are going to ask you questions also like follow-up questions if they are not satisfied with all the answers that you have given into these important questions. Now, what is the connection of answering these questions, preparing yourself in answering these questions in using artificial intelligence? So the first thing that you're going to do, of course, in this tutorial, this will be a step-by-step tutorial that I'm going to show with you and I'm going to teach you. Ang una pong gagawin natin ay dapat meron po tayong gadget. Importante po yun. If you have your computer and of course your cell phones with you right now, you are in the right track. That's the first step. The second, make sure that your gadget is connected to the internet. sa inyong internet provider. Now, when you are already done doing this, there are two options for you to be able to do this one. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. You may be able to use the AI platform that you are comfortable working in, but I am going to show you how you can do this practice by using ChatGPT. And I'm sure ang ChatGPT ang pinakamadali at pinakapopular in our time today. The easiest and of course the most popular when it comes to using AI generated information. Now, when you open your devices or gadgets, set for example your laptop or your phone, you may be able to access ChatGPT in two ways. One, you can directly search it on your internet browser. Second one, you may be able to download the application so that it can be directly used using your smartphones. However, this kind of application can be accessed only with internet. It's because of the massive information that you may be able to ask, and it requires the internet in order for it to work. So kailangan po meron po kayong internet pag ginagamit niyo po ang ChatGPT. If you are now done downloading or going to the ChatGPT website, you will now be able to see this part where you are going to write down a prompt. Now, it's important that you should be able to know how you are going to use this because your prompt will be the determining factor whether this exercise that you're going to do will be successful or not. Why? Because it's a general rule in ICT. It's general rule when we are talking about computer matters that it's your input which will give you a good output. If you are going to give a bad input, there will be a bad output. Hindi ka naman po makakapag-print ng napakagandang essay if you did not encode a beautiful essay in the first place. The input and the output. And that has something to do with the prompt. The prompt that you are going to write is the instruction that you are going to give to ChatGPT in order for it to process the information that you need. There are so many ways that you can use it for your preparation for your US visa interview. Number one, if you have a soft copy of your DS-160, you may be able to upload this document in this way. You can see it in this part of the ChatGPT. Then, when you uploaded this document, your DS-160, you can now type different prompts which will allow ChatGPT to generate the information that you need. So, for example, if you are going to upload your DS-160, just like what I'm showing you right now, you are going to write down now a prompt. You can say, write down possible questions that the US consul will be asking me based on this picture or based on these pictures. Now, ChatGPT will now generate the questions and you will now be able to see what the possible questions which will be asked sa inyo based on the information that you provided on the picture that you have uploaded. ChatGPT is not only prompted by pictures and of course text. You may also upload documents if you have PDF files, if you have Word files, or any other documents that you want to upload in ChatGPT and write a prompt in which ChatGPT will may be able to process and organize the information according to the prompt that you are going to use. Again, the prompt determines or the prompt is the basis of what ChatGPT will do. If the prompt is unclear, the answer will be vague or unclear. So make sure that you are going to use the appropriate prompt based on what you are exactly looking for when you are using ChatGPT. Write down. You may be able to write down your situation. So for example, you're going to write there, I am a teacher by profession, currently pursuing my master's degree at the University of the Philippines. My parents will be the one to sponsor my trip going to the United States. I don't have a permanent work right now. I don't have savings and work. Then you write it down there, then ask ChatGPT. What are the things that the consul may be able, or what are the things that the consul will be asking me during the interview, and how will I answer that in order for them to see that how am I going to answer it in order for them to see that my intention in going to the United States is for me to take a tour or visit my relative. ChatGPT will now generate the information na kinakailangan. And based on that, you are going to read it thoroughly and try to understand everything, then incorporate it into what you are practicing. for your preparation. This will make our lives so easy when we are using the advantages of the technology that we have in our time today. Remember, there are so many technology in our time today, and these are not being used to cheat. These are just being used to make our lives convenient. And an advancement in technology may cause something negative if you are using it for a negative purpose. Always remember that. That's one thing that I'm going to give to you as a takeaway. For the final things that I'm going to share with you, as I promise, I am going to give you the pros and cons. Pag sinasabi natin pros, yung mga positive things about this practice, and the cons are the negative things. Pros is, hindi na po kayo mahihirapan. It will not be difficult for you to think of what questions you're going to ask yourself. It will not be difficult for you to practice and of course understand these questions and try to look for answers. ChatGPT will be the one to suggest the answers, and you can easily study it, try to improve it, and practice it in a way that it will sound authentic and genuine. So that's the number one thing, the convenience. It's the positive thing when we are using AI into our work or into the things that we want to achieve. It gives us convenience. It saves you time in thinking for questions. It gives you what you should be expecting. It can also give you an assessment of whether your situation or your DS-160 could possibly pass the US visa. But here are the cons, okay? So these are the cons, or the negative things. First one, when you are so dependent to the technology, it confines you into a box. And when you are being confined in the box, you stick to the script. When I'm saying that you're just sticking to the script, it means that you don't allow yourself anymore to explore and express yourself because you're already in the idea that this is the thing that I should be doing, no more, no less. So you are becoming less. So do not allow that. Second, it will give you an assessment, and because of this predetermined assessment based on the information that you have submitted, it might dishearten you to push through your application, and it's because of the things that you have read. And if you are someone who is soft-hearted and can easily be discouraged, this is something that will really affect your emotion and your drive into pursuing your US visa interview. So, the information ahead of you that is being given by ChatGPT might be the reason why you will get really nervous. You will be anxious to the point that you will get anxiety of thinking that you lost the opportunity of getting your US visa. It can affect you mentally and emotionally. Another thing that I considered in using ChatGPT, which is something that I considered as a cons, is ChatGPT is a business. So you should, if you wanted to use its premium services, you really have to pay for their service. So you may upload documents, but not all of the biggest files that you can upload. There is a limitation. So you may use it for free. You may get all of the information that you need for free, but you cannot upload heavy and big files just to get what you need. So if you want to use its service, use it carefully and not excessively so that you will get the information that you need. Okay? And lastly, this is artificial intelligence. They will be giving you the judgment based on the information that you have supplied or information that you have given. And this information that were given to you, the judgment in this information are different from the judgment of those people who can subjectively give their judgment based on what they can see into your interview. So what are the things that I'm going to tell you? It's okay to use ChatGPT. It will help you to generate questions. It will help you to have the possible answers towards the difficult questions, especially if you have already assessed your DS-160. And I'm sure that when you're assessing your DS-160 or a mentor was able to assess your DS-160, he or she was able to see something that might be a loophole in your application. And ChatGPT might be able to provide answers how you're going to prove to the US Embassy that you really are someone who is qualified into getting the US visa. And These are things which are really helpful. And I am not discrediting ChatGPT or even telling you to always rely yourself to the ChatGPT. Again, at the end of the day, you really need to prepare in order for you to say to yourself that you have done your best and you haven't wasted your resources. The result of your US visa interview depends on the US consul. But again, if you are prepared, ye shall not fear. It was written and said, and you are going to follow. Now, with all of the preparations that you have made, always remember, pray. Magdasal po tayo. Let's pray to the Lord and ask for the guidance in order for us to answer the right, in order for us to give the right answer for the right question. You should prepare because it is important, but you should also not only rely to the modern technology, not only rely to the existing technology that we have, but also learn to rely to the Lord. When you are guided by God, when you are answering something, I can tell you, it is the same as ChatGPT's first feature. The answers are flowing smoothly, that you may be able to impress the US consul and they will be able to grant you what you are applying for. Okay? So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you have learned something in our tutorial. But then again, the AI is just a help. It will not be used to guarantee of getting your US visa. It is something that you're just going to use as a help during your preparation. Kumbaga, there are things that you can skip already, and it's because of the existence of this artificial intelligence. But the hard work will always be yours to give. Okay? Thank you very much for watching Teacher Noy, and I hope that you learned something from me. And if you have any question, please do not forget to comment it down below. I will be happy answering your questions. Again, this is Teacher Noy. Thank you for watching my videos and helping me grow. And I hope that I was able to help you also into your US visa application. And a reminder of you should always be listening to someone who have done the research before sharing it to you. Bye everyone. Hi everyone, this is me again, Teacher Noy, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video and this is your first time watching Teacher Noy, please do not forget to click my image below and subscribe in this channel. And if you're still interested in watching for more videos, there are so many choices here in this side. Please do not forget to support Teacher Noy. Like, subscribe, watch, and comment. And if possible, share it to your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone.